As Matsuzaka's ready, and the first pitch of this one's inside, ball one to Ian Kinsler.
Be interesting to see how the Rangers go about attacking Daisuke. Everybody knows how he sort of pitches it. After seeing him last year, they only faced him once.
You would think it would bode well in that they're a pretty aggressive team, and you wonder, as you said, whether they will change that philosophy, one that they seem to stick to quite a bit.
Well, you saw last night what Leicester did to them. They swung the bat a lot early on, too. They didn't want to punch out after a while.
In there for strike one, and it's 2-1.
Good generous little strike zone right there. A little high breaking ball.
Kinsler with that upright stance. Swings at the 2-1 and fouls it off. 2-2. Well, Matsuzaka last time out 5 innings. In fact, his longest outing of the year is 5 1/3. And he did that here at Fenway Park against Tampa Bay in his first outing of the year.
Tries to put him away there with a front door slider.
Strikes out Kinsler. Nice start to the day for Daisuke Matsuzaka. One away.
It won't be the last time he goes 3-2 on a hitter, but he makes a pitch right here. He dots the outside corner, down and away. Ball cut a little bit late. Starts him off with a punch out to get into this game.
So one down for Michael Young, who had the only 2 hits the Texas Rangers compiled in last night's game. And of course, it broke up the perfect game bid here last night for John Lester as he takes strike one.
You see the velocity pretty good right now, 94.
This Rangers team will be heading home after the game today. They had first stopped in New York to take on the Yankees and then to Fenway Park here in Boston. Ron Washington's team with a 3.5 game lead atop the American League West. Inside for ball 2, 2-1. Look at the numbers for Michael Young, a great hitter. In the last 7 games, of .414 batting average. A pop-up foul, and it's 2-2.
Once again, you don't get a fastball in a hitter's count. Very, very seldom do you get a fastball in a hitter's count.
I mentioned the only win so far this year for Daisuke is last time out against the Tigers. Got some help from the bullpen. Hit well to right. Back goes Kotze, still going. That ball carries and into the bullpen. Michael Young with his 8th home run of the year, and the Texas Rangers break on top 1-0.
Michael Young put a charge in this ball. A guy his size gets a fastball away. When he first hit this ball, I thought it was a fly ball to right field, out. And you'll see the outfielder here. He gets extension here, gets this ball in the air, puts a charge into this ball. And Kotze, absolutely, I looked at Kotze and he turned around and just gave up on this ball. It got out of the ballpark in a heartbeat.
Well, we have seen from afar what Michael Young has been able to accomplish batting average wise in the hits every year, but a little pop too.
Well, I've seen him hit balls in Texas, right center field, but I thought there was that gust that they have in Texas. Well, there was really not a whole lot of gust here, and that ball got out of here, didn't it? It was shocking to me.
Well, Hank Blaylock takes ball 1, and it's 1-1. There is a bit of a breeze heading in that direction, but not enough to do what that just did.
But as a pitcher, I know when I throw it and they hit it, I know it's gone. And from up here, to me, it didn't think that ball was going to go.
I agree.
He hasn't hit a home run in a while either. He hit 7 home runs early and had to hit a home run for quite some time. He's a doubles guy more than anything. He's going to hit you about 50 doubles, hit over 300, give you 200 hits. He's a really good player.
And again, he had both of the Rangers hits here last night. Blaylock, the DH today, with 12 homers, 29 runs batted in. He has been DHing, with Michael Young getting the majority of starts at third base. This down the line at first and foul.
They have missed Blaylock over the course of the last 2 seasons. He's only gotten a couple hundred at bats, but he was a guy that for a while there hitting 30 home runs, driving in 100, and then all of a sudden the injury bug kicked in the last couple of years. They're hoping that he could stay healthy this year, which adds to this good offensive club to begin with.
Blaylock, 28 years old. And he strikes out. Second K for Daisuke. 2 down.
Daisuke throws his fastball right by him, a little upstairs, a little away, running. But this Texas team can strike out. We've seen them last night. I know Lester was throwing the ball good, but they're right up there in the top in punch-outs in this league. They are not shy. They like to swing it.
They are 13th in the American League in strikeouts. The only team that strikes out more than the Texas Rangers are the Cleveland Indians. There's 2 down in the inning. And Nelson Cruz, the batter, he's also got some pop. 16 home runs. And a big swing, but he's down 0-1.
Pretty good fastball here early.
Cruz has had a very quiet series. He is 0 for 10 in the series. As he takes one away, and the count evens at 1-1. 0 for 4 here last night with a strikeout. It's down 1-2. Daisuke's throwing strikes here today.
There's a good tight slider right here. This is not a cutter. This is a slider. Gets more bite from this thing. Goes down a little bit. Almost like a little curveball, hard curveball. See that again.
This one more of a curveball, and it's strike 3. Daisuke strikes out the side, but Michael Young homers to put Texas on top 1-0. It's Junior Announcer Day, and here's a scholar to tell you a little bit about the Red Sox starting 9.
Hi, my name is Michael. Here are the starting lineups for the Boston Red Sox. At second base, Mr. Dustin Pedroia. In center field, Mr. Jacoby Ellsbury. At first base, Mr. Kevin Youkilis. In left field, Mr. Jason May. At third base, Mr. Mike Lowell. The DH, Mr. David Ortiz. Catching, Mr. Jason Varitek. In right field, Mr. Mark Kotze. And at shortstop, Mr. Nick Green.
Good job, Michael. As on the mound today for the Texas Rangers is Vicente Padilla. 3-3 with a 5.57. He was recently placed on waivers by the Rangers, but cleared waivers And here he is to pitch against the Red Sox, his last outing against the Yankees, and it was kind of a whirlwind outing. Of course, went after Mark Teixeira, and that was one of the larger issues in the news lately.
That was a strange turn of events, because I had thought that he was gone and they're waiting 10 days to see who's going to pick him up and then go from there. But it's sort of just a basic thing they did.
It's different from designated for assignment, where you do have to wait for 10 days, the 3 days for the waiver period, and then you got 7 more to figure out what you're going to do. In this case, they just asked for waivers. You can continue to be on the roster and even pitch. But he cleared waivers, and here he is.
My thought was that they were just so upset with him over what happened in New York.
To right field, and Cruz battling the sun, now ducks back. A bit of an adventure, but he makes the grab for out number 1 to retire Dustin Pedroia. It's been a weird week for Vicente Padilla, and then of course the tough outing in New York that kind of got it all started. Remember, he's in the midst of a 3-year deal that comes to an end for $33 million. They place him on waivers. Nobody took him, and today he's right back at it as he makes his 10th start of the year.
They need him if you think about it. They're starting rotation. They don't feel like chomping on $9 million either.
And beyond the money factor, I mean, they really do need him.
Right, he's their number 2 guy, and he's had some, success. They didn't give him that money for nothing. I mean, this guy knows how to pitch. He's been around the blocks, won 14 games 3 times, won 15 for them a couple years back. Even last year he won 14 games for them. His ERA was high.
This is really not the first time that it's kind of run this sort of course with him, though, in the past.
Yeah, his reputation is not all that good with a lot of players.
One hopper smash to first, but Chris Davis has got it, and it's out number 2. Let's take a look at how the defensive lines for the Texas Rangers. Murphy in left, Bird in center, Cruz in right, third to first. It's Young, Vizquel, Kinsler, and Davis. And Taylor Teagard doing the catching today as Jared Saltalamacchia has the day off. Texas 7th in the American League in fielding percentage, and a nice play at their first base spot there by Chris Davis on a hot smash. And there's 2 outs in the first for Kevin Youkilis.
See, he's got pretty good velocity too, 96 miles an hour. But I think of him, I think of a hard breaking ball that he gets a lot of swings and misses with. That's his out pitch.
To left field, struck well. Murphy going back, looking up, and it's high off the wall. The carom played by Murphy, but cruising into second with a wall ball double goes Kevin Youkilis. That one almost got out of here.
When he hit this ball, I thought this ball was gone easy. You look up at the flag right now, it's kind of swirling around. I think the wind knocked this ball down, but it's a fastball, second fastball roll he's seen. Puts a beautiful swing on this ball. I think he thinks it's gone. It hits the top of the wall, misses by not more than a couple feet. Wind blowing in kept this ball in the ballpark. But another double for Youkilis. 15th of the year.
So in scoring position instantly with 2 outs in the inning, and Jason Bay is the batter. Red Sox trying to answer here in the bottom of the first inning after the Rangers got a home run from Michael Young in the top half of this inning. Breaking ball that didn't break inside. It's 2-0. They coming in with a 6-gamer.
Big hit last night. Made the score 4-0, which was great at bat to get to the point to get a base hit.
Pickoff play, and they've got Youkilis. Could not get the hand back in time. Kinsler applies the tag. And that ends the bottom of the first. It's 1-0 Texas. Participants include Bill Belichick, the Celtics' Brian Scalabrine, Todd English, current Red Sox players, and more. There'll be a silent and live auction, music, dancing, great food, poker, and much more. To find out how you can attend, visit pitchinginforkids.org now. Well, a solo home run for Michael Young, the difference in the game. Kevin Youkilis picked off second base to end the last half of the first, and
would have picked me off too, because who thinks of a guy picking you off in the first inning after you hit a double? But he clearly got him. A little embarrassing moment for Uke right here. You see him not really doing much. He's just sort of hanging out there, not expecting a throw to second base. Want to not forget about that right there.
It's 1-0 Texas. To the second we go, and David Murphy. .231 average, 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. Other than the first game of the series. Had last night off. Take strike one over the outside corner. Was played in 23 games with the Red Sox. Former Boston first-round draft choice and part of the Eric Gagne deal in 2007. Hooks it to right and in for a base hit. Second Texas hit of the day.
Daisuke featuring a little changeup. You usually don't see this pitch from him until maybe second, third time around to the hitters. But he turns this ball over, a little changeup, a little screwball almost, keeps it up. And Murphy gets a pitch that he can pull and pulls it in the right field.
Now, you were talking about that last time out with him in Detroit. That changeup kind of acts like a screwball, doesn't it?
It really does. And I remember maybe that's one we always thought might be the gyro ball or something.
Right.
I don't think so. To me, it's not a split finger. It's like, I don't know how he holds it, but he turns it over. It's like a little satellite going.
Well, Marlon Byrd, first pitch swinging singles into left field, and the first two have reached here for the Rangers in the second inning.
You know, first pitch swinging, you know, off the Daisuke, you'd think you'd take a pitch here, but he gets a fastball, picks the right time to go after it. Base hit in the hole. Got guys on first and second real quick here, second inning. It's going to make Daisuke not want to go attack hitters right now. When guys are swinging at the first pitch, they get a base hit. It's going to change his whole approach right here.
2 on, nobody out, and Chris Davis, the batter, the first baseman for the Rangers. Good power numbers. 12 homers, 27 runs batted in. He does strike out quite a bit, and the average at 207. 23-year-old. Homegrown talent, literally, for Texas. Not only a 5th-round draft choice by the Rangers, but from Longview, Texas.
Back off. You're thinking he got a first pitch hit to Bird, fastball, and he comes back and throws 2 fastballs to Davis. So I can't think with him. I couldn't think with Lester last night, and I sure can't think with him.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Yeah, it was hard to get a handle on what John Lester was going to do last night based on the fact that everything he was using was working. So
yeah, anything he wanted to do. He could have dotted the outside corner, cutter, hook, whatever. And I think he threw more changeups than we know. A couple of those balls that were down, I thought might have been cutters, were changeups.
Well, John Farrell, the pitching coach for the Red Sox, son is graduating today, so John is away from the club, and Ralph Troil, who has been on this coaching staff in the past and the minor league pitching coordinator for the Red Sox, here today is the acting pitching coach. Ralph Troil living in New Hampshire.
What a day to be the pitching coach with Daisuke out there.
1-2 is sliced foul.
In the game you have to do, you got Daisuke out there. Like, what up? I mean. Nothing but fastballs so far to Davis, which is strange. How's he going to put him away?
Well, for Daisuke, 28 pitches through an inning plus so far. It's a breaking ball, and it is lifted in the air to shallow left as Bay comes in, calls off Green, and makes the catch. Hurry into Olympia Sports. Spend $75 or more on licensed Major League Baseball merchandise and get a $15 Olympia Sports bonus card. This promotion ends June 23rd. Olympia Sports, get it for less. One out here in the second inning. The Rangers have runners at first and second. And here is Taylor Teagarden. First appearance of the series for Teagarden. And down in the count quickly, 0-1. 14th game that he started overall behind the plate. And he's hit safely in 8 of 13 starts. He's 25 years of age, and he too born in the Texas area from Dallas. Out of the University of Texas. And down 0-2. Last year he appeared in 16 games, his first major league experience, and hit .319 for the Rangers. A third-round pick by Texas in 05 as that's with Murphy at second, Bird at first, 1 out.
Be nice to see him have a clean inning. Seems like every time we see Daisuke out there, he never really has a 1-2-3 inning. This inning starting off in a bad way with 2 on, but he always seems to know how to get out of it.
The amazing thing is how many times he's been able to get out of bases loaded situations. The 1-2 misses, and it's 2-2.
He'll find his way to 3-2 is what he does, regardless. Amazing.
Talking about the bases loaded, held opponents hitless in 15 consecutive bases loaded at bats. Last time anybody got a hit off him was September 8th. Scott Moore hit a grand slam in 07. And since then, in bases loaded situations, he's been perfect. Which is outside, full count. And you're right, there he is again, 3-2.
Well, the fact of the matter is he's hard to hit. I think he was number 2 or 3, the hardest to hit last year. Hitting like 210 off of him. Because he just does not give in, and nobody gets hits off of him with runners in scoring position, and that's how you keep your ERA down. You think it would catch up with him at some point.
Swing and a miss. Teagarden strikes out. It's 4 Ks for Daisuke, and there's 2 down.
Teagarden, he cannot lay off this tight breaking ball. 3-2. I guess it starts over the plate, but it goes way down and away. He's looking fastball and gets breaking ball and still swings, so he can't. The thing about it is hitters don't pick it up, so it must be nasty. You don't just see hitters swinging a ball in the dirt because they're just, bad hitters. They just cannot pick it up, so it must be deceiving. It looks like it's going to be a strike, and it's gone.
Omar Vizquel getting a start today for the Texas Rangers. First time in the series. His last start was on May 29th. In his last 5 games, he's gone 1 for 8. Playing time has truly been a challenge. He's 42 years of age. And baseball's active leader in total games. He lines it into left field, a base hit. David Murphy being sent around. The throw from Bay is cut off, and the throw to the plate is not in time. Texas adds another run. They lead it 2-0. As Bay's throw cut off by Lowell. And by the time he could spin and fire it to the plate, Murphy is in, and Omar Vizquel drives in the second Rangers run.
Daisuke gets a fastball, something up to Omar, and he gets a base hit over Green's head. You think Bay's got a shot at the plate here. Throws off line, cut by Lowell. You'd think he would have had a much better, closer play here. The coach looked, I thought the coach was going to hold him up. He kind of stutter stepped right there and still gets to the plate. The throw was offline and Lowell cut it.
So 2 down, first and second, and Ian Kinsler the batter. And that stutter step almost cost him 2 as Murphy was trying to find the third base coach and then looked like he expected to be stopped.
Right. I thought there'd be a much closer play even after. I thought he'd get stopped first of all, and then when he went, I thought there's going to be a play at the plate.
I mean, you're always thinking with 2 outs you're going to try to score that run, except when you're at Fenway Park. This one lined to left, and Bay is right there to make the catch. It ends the inning. Texas gets another run. Rangers lead it 2-0. Julian have the chance to take home some hardware. You have a chance to win a trip for 2 to the show that includes 2 round-trip tickets to Las Vegas, 2 nights at Caesars Palace, and 2 tickets to the awards show. To enter the Boston Bruins Foundation NHL Awards Show trip raffle, visit bostonbruins.com now. We head along to the bottom of the second inning back at Fenway Park on a beautiful day. 6 years of age. Happy birthday, Emily. As we head along to the bottom of the second inning.
Your little one's 6, right?
I was just going to say, heck, today a pretty special day. Chance for my daughter to come to her first baseball game. As she's hanging out with us today in the booth as we move along to the second inning. It's Jason Bay, Mike Lowell, and David Ortiz. Heck, I'm not sure she's really watching the game, but she's enjoying her first baseball game and doing a lot of work. Very busy.
She's been busy for hours.
Those are all the promos we were supposed to read.
Uh-oh. Don't give me any promos.
That's right. Well, Jason Bay leading it off here in the second inning. It's Bay, Lowell, and Ortiz. And it's ball 3 as Vicente Padilla's got a 2-run lead to work with here in the second.
He can't find his fastball so far this inning.
Down to first goes Bay. Base on balls, first of the day given up by Padilla. So Bay aboard, and here's Mike Lowell. Up over 300 at 301 with 9 homers and 37 runs batted in. Well, the outside corner for strike 1 to Mike Lowell.
See, Lowell's been at 300 all year. He's been so consistent. Never really wavered. It hasn't been like hot and cold. He just throws a hit out there, here and there, home run here. Look at the numbers, they're right there.
On the corner again, Lowell didn't like it. 95, so a little giddy up here from Vincent Padilla. And it's 0-2.
He's got that fastball he starts away that comes back over on the outside corner. See it tail back a little bit? Ball's right on the edge of the strike zone there.
It's a piece to stay alive and protecting the plate down 0-2. Well, David Ortiz hoping to build on what took place here last night. Of course, the home run down the right field line off the pesky pole. And a 2-for-3 showing here last night with the home run. Lowell strikes out. First K for Padilla, 1 down. And we check in with Heidi Watney.
Don John Lester has struck out 23 batters in his last 2 starts. Last night he threw a complete game 2 hitter. He's returning to the dominant form we've come to expect from him last season. And Terry Francona said part of the reason is that he's learning from one of the best, teammate Josh Beckett.
He's a pretty intelligent kid. First of all, you know, from the first day, not the first day, but since he's followed Beckett around, which I think is smart. He's trying to pattern his work ethic after Beckett, because it's hard to outwork Beckett. There's some good things. He's a smart kid. He pays attention.
Francona also said while Lester has followed Beckett around, he is now one of the players the young guys look up to follow to see how it's done, even though he's just 25 years old. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. Yeah, he's, you know, we always thought that he was mature beyond his years, but that's really the case now. But you can learn a lot hanging out with Josh Beckett as well, and it's quite a 1-2 punch.
Well, you know, Beckett, you learn, watch a guy how hard he works, and nobody works harder than Beckett. And I'm sure Lester works hard too. He's going to have a following anytime soon. But he's, you know, 25 years old. What he's accomplished,
and what he's been through off the field.
Yes.
Also from a maturing standpoint, no doubt about that. For any of you that saw his press conference when he found out that he had cancer, and the way he went through that was amazing. And so many people looked up to him for that. And here he is now on the major league level, accomplishing some pretty incredible things. Ortiz takes a ball up for ball 2, 2-1. It's Padilla, 4 for 12 at .333 for David Ortiz.
See if he gets a pitch to hit here. 2-1 fastball.
Ball 3.
You know, last night he fouled the ball off his foot first time up, then hit a bullet base hit, and then he walked, which shows me that he's, you know, seeing the ball. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is he's seeing the ball. And last night it seemed like he was. Base hit, line drive, ball 4, then he hit a ball off pesky pole. It's a good night for David last night.
Check on first, and Bay back to the bag. The Fenway Hawk has made an appearance.
Yes, he has.
Crowd loves the Hawk. Just swung around the infield diamond and then headed back out. Runner goes. Ortiz swings and fouls it off. It's time now for the play of the week, brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Last night, David Ortiz hit his second home run of 2009. This one hit off the base of the pesky pole in the 6th inning. It was part of a 2-hit night for Big Papi. The play of the week is brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. 1 out, Jason Bay at first, and a 3-2 pitch to David Ortiz. Ortiz hits it in the air to left. David Murphy in a few steps, and he puts it away for out number 2.
Gets a good pitch right there. Ortiz. You've seen a lot of this, you know, fly balls really to left field, pop-ups. A little late on that. The uppercut, fly ball left field. You don't see a lot of fly balls to right field is what I don't see a lot of, which he, you know, guy that's going to hit 35-40 home runs is bound to hit a lot of fly balls to right field. You just haven't seen that.
Gives you the impression that he is late.
Yes.
a lot. And the bat speed has not been there.
A lot of pop-ups.
Jason Varitek, that's with 2 outs, and Jason Bay at first. Varitek has been pretty patient at the plate lately. 6 walks in the last 6 games. And 2 for 7 so far in the series against Texas. Padilla trying to work his way around a leadoff walk, and so far he's been able to do it. Bay still at first base with 2 down. Varitek to right, but foul.
Varitek gets a good pitch to hit right here. Pulls the trigger a little too quick on this pitch. Fastball right there. I thought this ball, when he first swung at it, this ball's a bomb, but he's a little too quick and pulled it. He has not been missing his pitch. You talk about 10 home runs and a ton of doubles he's gotten.
A rewarding season so far for Jason Varitek after all the trials and tribulations he went through at the plate last year. Off goes Bay with the pitch, and he's going to be out at second base. So they gun down Bay and conclude the second inning. We played 2, Texas on top 2-0. For some of June's most sought-after games as well, including the Braves, Marlins, and even next week's series against the Yankees. For more information, call 617-226-6025 or email premiumsales@redsox.com today. That's pretty good. In the premium seats area, fans enjoying today's game from that location. As Daisuke Matsuzaka returns to the mound for the 3rd inning, gives up a run in the first, a run in the second, and ready to go here in the 3rd.
He used a 1-2-3 inning. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that every time I watch him pitch.
You keep thinking it though, and it just never happens.
Every time he gets to the mound, I said, how about a 1-2-3?
He's at 39 pitches through the first 2 innings.
Michael Young jumped on a fastball last time up and drove the ball into the Red Sox bullpen. No fastball this time. A little cutter away. Pulls off.
A home run in the first. He is 8th of the year. Lifts it foul off to the right, and he's down 0-2.
see the power that Michael Young has. Opposite field, high fastball, gets extension for not really a big man, but boy, he hit it a long ways.
Well, the Texas Rangers coming in with a team batting average of .268, ties them with Cleveland for 7th in the American League in batting average. Their pitching is 10th, the 4.61 earned run average, but the combined has been good for the top spot in the American League West, and I think most have been surprised that the Angels have not been there, although Los Angeles certainly with some pitching problems to begin the year. You know, you're without, to start the year, Irvin Santana and John Lackey. Both those guys are back, and you would think the Angels are going to be making their run pretty soon.
Once again, he goes 3-2, not even close on a 2-2 pitch. Didn't even sniff at that. But I see this rotation, not so much a rotation, but the pitching staff of the Rangers, and I can't see it. I just cannot see how they're going to win that division with the kind of club that the Angels have once they get it together with their rotation.
That's the thing. I mean, it happened early, and they have time to recover the rest of the year, and people are getting healthy out there. They also spent a good chunk of the first beginning of the season without Vladimir Guerrero, and he is now back. So things are coming together. And you wonder when the Angels are going to make their first legitimate run, really, at Texas. And again, they're only 3.5 games back.
It's a long, long season. Only a third of the way through so far.
Into right, and Michael Young is 2 for 2. So he got down to the count 0-2, but gets a base hit.
You can see why he's such a good hitter. He stays back, shoots the ball the other way. You saw the kind of power he has the other way. Ball running back in, down and in. He just sort of stroked that ball. That's what all he's really trying to do. You can't hit .330 and be a dead pull hitter. This guy hits the ball the other way a lot.
Here's Hank Blaylock, who struck out swinging in the first inning and takes ball one. Veritek bounced up as if he was going to throw to first.
Once again, not a 1-2-3 inning.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to see one.
It's not going to happen. It'll happen this year. He'll have one this year.
Blaylock kind of got jammed, lifts it to left, Bay over. And Jason makes the catch for the first out here at the top of the third inning. Well, tonight at 10, tune in to Nesson for Sports Desk Lights Out, presented by FW Webb. Find FW Webb's 27 Bass Centers at frankwebb.com. Drama at Roland Garros today during Roger Federer's record-tying 14th Grand Slam title. A fan charged onto the court and confronted Federer. We'll show you the video. Plus, Tiger Woods tries to rally to win the Memorial Tournament in Ohio today if he makes it into the top plays of the week. It's all coming up tonight at 10, only on Nesson. One out, Michael Young at first. And Nelson Cruz takes strike one.
You see that pitch right there? He starts him off fastball, kind of away. If he could do that anytime he wants. You'd think he'd be able to do that anytime he wants, but I'm not quite sure sometimes.
He'll have to throw his 50th pitch of the day with one out here in the third inning. $18 wins a year ago for Daisuke Matsuzaka, just 3 losses.
He's been staying away a lot to right-handed hitters. You see if he'd come in one of these times. Not right now. A tight little breaking ball.
Ralph Troil, the active pitching coach today. Again, John Farrell away at his son's graduation. Cruz goes lunging and fouls it off. Ralph Troil, who at one time was on Joe Kerrigan's staff way back 2001.
He was here when I was here 10 years ago in the minor leagues. I don't forget that pitching coach because he used to hit me ground balls and I was having a hard time. I know one of those pitcher's drills and he kept hitting it and I kept missing it and I was like, he bothered me. I said, what are you doing, trying to make me look bad? Because I couldn't, you know.
No wonder you didn't forget him.
No, I don't forget that guy.
To the left field and a base hit for Nelson Cruz. Michael Young heading for third and maybe beyond. It's picked out back there by Ellsbury, and to third goes Young on the double by Nelson Cruz. And the Rangers have runners at second and third with one out.
We got a 2-2 pitch right here. Nelson Cruz hits a ball in the hole out there, left center. Looks like just a base hit to left field, but you see too much of. He's trying to get the ball in, didn't get it in. I guess this ball is a bullet because it goes all the way to the wall. I thought it was an innocent base hit to left field. It goes all the way to the wall. Luckily, they held up Young at third base, so I thought he had a chance to score on that ball, but with one out, he held him up. Score on that ball, but with one out, he held him up. Just not a good pitch. 2-2.
Second and third, one out, and David Murphy takes strike one. There's action in the Red Sox pen already as Justin Masterson is up for Boston.
They're not going to mess around today.
To center field, Ellsbury going back, and this is over his head into the wall. From third base comes Young. Behind him, Nelson Cruz going to try and score. Throw to the plate's not in time. 2 runs in for Texas, and it's 4-0. Jacoby Ellsbury kind of froze out there in center field, not really figuring it out right away, and then ducked back, and it's going to be over his head anyway, and one hop the wall as the Rangers take a 4-0 lead against Daisuke.
Jacoby totally misjudged this ball because it was right at him. He's just stumbling, backpedaling. You see his fastball right there. This ball is crushed. Murphy puts a beautiful swing on this ball, dead central, right at him. You see him backpedaling, stumbling. That ball is over his head easy. One hop in the wall, and this is a 4-0 game.
Seems like that is the toughest ball for a center fielder to judge. The one that is kind of right at him, even if it's in front of him or behind him, the one at him is the toughest.
I think he thought he had this ball when it was first hit. He said, I got it. I'll just backpedal a little here, and then this ball was crushed. Daisuke not getting away with his cheese is what's happening here. He gets the ball in the hitting zone, and they're not missing it.
First pitch strikes to 10 of 14 batters for Matsuzaka. He trails 4-0. And with one out in this inning, David Murphy at second. Marlon Byrd, a one-hopper picked nicely by Green on the backhand, and he throws out Byrd at first. Nice play by Nick Green.
What a nice play by Nick Green here. He backs up off this ball. This ball's hit pretty hard. He one hops it. It was such a nice pick. Momentum goes backwards. Gets up, has more than enough time to throw out Byrd, but this is a nice little pick. This is in no man's land when you think about where that ball, he didn't know where it was going to hit first. The ball would have ate him up. Nice play.
Murphy still at second, 2 down, and Chris Davis the batter. Daisuke gets that fastball by him.
So we just talked about first pitch strikes to 10 out of 14, I think you said. So,
yes.
So what? Hooray for that, right? So if you go by first pitch strikes, then he's okay. It's just what he's doing after that. Not, bad location with his fastball this inning.
And as a result, the score is not okay.
No. First pitch strike okay, score not okay.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Would be surprised if they just went to Masterson next inning.
Do you think the leash is that short right now on Daisuke?
I don't know. I just got a rush right there thinking maybe they won't. Maybe they'll go to Masterson. I don't know.
He is up.
He is up.
Oh-2 has hit a ton down the right field line, but a foul ball.
Show the kind of power that Davis has. It's a big kid. This guy's got to be 6'5". He could launch it, but he could swing and miss with the best of them.
Fouls it off himself and hangs tough at 0-2. Pitch count rising for Daisuke up to 60 pitches with 2 outs here in the 3rd inning.
You know, we talked before about he almost led the league in batting average against last year, Daisuke. This year, absolutely horrible if you think about it. Twice as many hits as innings pitched almost. They're hitting like 350 off of him.
Even more, 374.
My goodness.
Strikes out Davis to end the inning. Rangers tack on 2 more, lead it 4-0 after 2.5. Com Ave in Alston between Tuesday night to take in Game 1 of the Red Sox and Yankees series. Always serving an honest brew with a big taste and a nice finish. Visit the Joshua Tree to catch all your baseball action. Well, it's on to the 3rd inning, bottom of, and it's 4-0 Texas. Jason Varitek, Mark Kotze, and Nick Green to bat here in the 3rd. Red Sox have had 1 base runner in each of the first 2 innings, been unable to score against Vicente Padilla. While the Rangers have scored in every inning so far, a run in the 1st, a run in the 2nd, and 2 in the 3rd against Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Padilla featuring a lot of fastballs up to this point.
Varitek gets jammed and pops it up foul.
For 1 good breaking ball to Michael Lowell last inning when he punched him out, but for the most part, fastballs. In a perfect world, you go through the lineup the first time and just show them as little as possible your repertoire. You know, if you can get away with throwing fastballs the first time around, easier said than done. You see a slider down and in there.
And Copa said he didn't offer. It's 2-1. And it's strike 2 over the inside corner. Varitek looking back at Tim Timmons.
Throw a fastball in right here, tails back, catches part of the plate, inside corner, inside paint. There's that hook.
Oh, misses away, full count.
Leadoff walk last inning with a 2-0 lead. Now he's got a 4-0 lead. You don't want to walk off the leadoff batter. It's the worst thing you can do.
He did it last inning with Jason Bay.
Did it again.
And he's done it again, back-to-back innings. Back to Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well, Don, Mark Kotze's got the starting right tonight as J.D. Drew has a 2nd straight game off after receiving a cortisone injection into his left shoulder Friday night to help with tendonitis in the AC joint. It's something Drew said has been bothering him for a while now.
off and on issues since spring training. Probably around the last 3 weeks, though, it's been getting considerably worse. Had some tendonitis issues in the AC joint, so it gives me a chance to kind of catch up, get some treatment on the stuff, and work it out.
Now, Drew said it started bothering him when he hit, but as it got worse, he started feeling it in the field while chasing down fly balls, and that's when he decided to get the injection. He said it's still sore today from the shot, but he should be ready to go Tuesday when the Sox open a series against the Yankees. Don?
Okay, Heidi, thank you very much. Keep an eye on that situation. As Kotze sends it to left field, and it's going to get in for a hit. David Murphy over to play it as Kotze has got his first hit in 2009. Jason Varitek takes second, and the first two have reached for the Red Sox here in the third.
Kotze gets a ball that he could slice, a 1-0 pitch here, right here. You're going to see fastball, out, over, up. Places it perfect down the left field line. Nice piece of hitting. Get that first hit out of the way.
The key matchup is brought to you by Honda. And Mark Kotze, this is an updated number with this base hit. Now 9 for 24, 375. Nick Green, the batter, and he went after it on the bunt bid.
He's doing this bunt on his own. I wouldn't think the bunt was put on, especially the way he went after it. He's trying to push it or something.
The Red Sox in the hole today, right out of the gate, down 4-0. Green to right field, and back goes Cruz to make the catch onto the warning track as Varitek tags at second and takes third base. That one almost got away from Nelson Cruz. He was headed back there, and a late lunge at the base of the track to reel it in.
Well, the ball is carrying to right field. You saw Michael Young with a home run earlier that must have helped, and you see it helped here. This ball is deep right field, and that ball was hit. I thought it was just a can of corn. You see right here, he's got a long ways to go, almost to the track. Varitek tags up.
So one down there at the corners now for the Red Sox. Top of the order, Dustin Pedroia. Flied out to right, first time up. The Red Sox have turned it up a notch lately since May the 31st. The Red Sox are hitting at .271 as a team. Lead the American League in on base percentage overall at .382. And of course, atop the American League East by half a game to start the day. The Yankees today playing the Tampa Bay Rays, tied 1-1 in the fourth inning from Yankee Stadium.
I saw where Rivera had some trouble in the ninth inning, which you don't see very often. He's lost 2 games this year, both to Tampa.
There's ball 3-0. That's one thing we haven't really talked about. Mariano Rivera, you're amazed by the success he's had basically with one pitch.
You wonder when it's going to end. And how does it end, right? Does it end abruptly? Because you always wonder, what is he, 39 years old? And one appearance, like, gives up 4 runs. You go, remember about a couple months ago, he gave up 2 home runs. And everybody's going, is he losing it a little bit? Right when you say that, he just goes out there and does it again about 15 more times in a row.
Padilla in his 4th season with the Texas Rangers, coming in with a 3-3 record. Has a 4-run lead to work with 1 out here in the third. The breakdown for his career. 31-year-old from Nicaragua.
You saw if anybody really wanted him, he went on waivers like we talked about earlier, and nobody claimed him. You know, there's some pitching. I mean, a lot of teams that need some pitching. You'd think that he would be sought after a little bit. Probably makes too much money.
I was going to say, do you want to take on the $9 million they still owe him?
No.
There's ball 4, and down to first base goes Pedroia. It's the third walk given up by Padilla. But tonight, Charlie Morris sneaks backstage to meet one of his favorite bands, Leonard Skinner, and invite them to go fishing. They head to Florida's famed Wenville Plantation for huge fish. Great conversation and classic rock. That's tonight at 8, only on Charlie Moore Outdoors. Well, the Texas Rangers pitching coach shot of the dugout here to talk it over with Padilla, as the Red Sox have the bases loaded and 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
Padilla made his own mess. You think about it, walking Varitek, 4-0 lead. You got to go after Varitek. You can't walk him.
The bases loaded for Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury grounded out to first base, first time up.
Can't seem to find his zone with that break. I mean, the fastball. Ball sinks a little bit sometimes. It's never really straight. He has a hard time throwing strikes with it. He got squeezed a little bit by the umpire on Pedroia.
Fouls it off, evens the count at 1-1. Padilla reaching back and finding 96 that time. Cruz waits on deck, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Down the right field line and foul. Well, when Ellsbury was batting in the 1st inning, we found our catch of the day. It was D'Angelo's Lobster Nation catch of the day. Find your best catch of the day at D'Angelo. The famous lobster lineup is back and loaded with 100% real lobster. Try the lobster roll, the baked stuffed lobster, or the lobster sandwich. Come on, you deserve D'Angelo's.
What if nobody catches it all day?
But then we have to wait tomorrow for the catch of the day.
Okay.
1-2 pitch is up, and it's 2-2.
Ellsbury 3 fastballs and a high changeup that he fouled off. You got to be looking fastball. He drops a curve on the outside corner. You just sort of tip your hat.
Breaking ball on the ground to second and under the glove of Kinsler. From third base comes Varitek. Behind him is Kotze. The throw to second is not going to be in time as Ellsbury gets in and the Red Sox grab 2 runs. So instead of an inning-ending double play, the Red Sox get 2 runs out of it.
This is a double play ball sharply hit to Kinsler. Ellsbury does get a curveball from Padilla right here, a high curveball. He hits it sharply to Kinsler. The ball eats him up, hits him off the toe. You see this right there, sharply hit. The second bounce hits him off the toe, doesn't even get a glove on it. Continues to go into center field. They have a play at second base here when this ball is thrown in to Vizquel, and Omar doesn't throw a tag down. So just an awful defensive play all the way through, both sides. Omar had no idea that the Ellsbury was coming to second base, which I don't understand why. I mean, what did he think he was where he was? He going to hold up? Very strange play all the way around from the beginning to the end.
One to Youkilis, second and third now for the Red Sox, and it's a ball high, 1-1.
It's difficult to overcome something like that. You get a double play like that for Padilla gets a double play, even though it wasn't a good curveball that he threw to Ellsbury. But this could be a big inning here.
They charged Kinsler with the error.
Absolutely.
And it is second and third with 1 out. Youkilis takes the strike, and it's 1-2. Now, how do you shake this off if you're Padilla, knowing you should be in the dugout?
Well, first of all, he made his own mess. He walked 2 guys to begin with, 1 leadoff walk. If he didn't do that, it wouldn't have been so harmful. If you think about it, it just can always overcome an error unless there's bases loaded or something.
Two and two.
His control was just in and out with that fastball. He doesn't quite know where it's going. And the curveball is one. He hasn't really thrown a lot of good curveballs. Through one to Lowell that he struck him out, but for the most part, it's not there. And if you're a hitter, you're not really looking for it. With 2 strikes, you may adjust to it, but not until then. Maybe now.
Wow. Breaking ball hits him on that elbow pad, and he put the elbow out, and they're not going to let him take first base.
Well, you don't see that very often.
Almost never.
Never.
We'll see. Terry Francona out there to argue it.
Well, he looked like he did it, though. Knowing he has that elbow pad right there is very convenient, don't you think?
And on a breaking ball.
You'd have to take a look at it again. I just don't see an umpire make this call very often at all. You see this terrible curveball up and in, and he sticks his elbow out.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't try to get away from it. It's like he had enough time to think about it. It's such a slow curveball, and he thought twice. Oh yeah, I'll just. So I mean, I think it's a good call. You just don't see it made very often.
No. And you know, we see it all the time when Tim Wakefield is pitching.
What do you call that? A foul ball? What is it? A ball? Yeah, they give it a ball because it's a full count now. It was 2-2 going in.
So 3-2 now. And Euclid takes ball 4, so he ends up at first base anyway.
Well, he eyeballed that pitch right there, 3-2, a little breaking ball, and he just will not go after it. It makes him such a tough out.
So bases loaded with 1 out, and a golden opportunity for the Red Sox here. Jason Day, who walked his first time up. Walks are becoming a problem for Vicente Padilla. Will walk 4 now in his outing. Day, a .250 hitter in his career with the bases loaded. 2 grand slams in his career. Bases filled with Red Sox with 1 out. They elevate. Bay chases 0-2.
Well, he's got good enough hair to throw this pitch 0-1 because Bay, being a dead fastball hitter, second fastball in a row up out of the zone. Padilla's best pitch really is that fastball in the outside corner that he can bring back. Had trouble with his breaking ball. Almost hit Euclid with the breaking ball last at bat.
Goes away, and a good play by Teagard. This ball to his right.
You see, not even close with his breaking ball. One was up and into Euclid, and this one is down and away. He doesn't really know where his breaking ball is going right now. Well, you got to be sitting fastball, but you got to protect. I think he would just throw a fastball, that his best pitch, down and away. Bring it back a little bit. There it is.
Strike 3 call.
Can't do much about that. That's a pitcher's pitch right there. As I told you, that fastball, he starts outside corner, little outside, comes back, catches the corner. You need the umpire on this because he gives up on it sometimes.
Second strikeout for Vicente Padilla. And Mike Lowell becomes the 8th batter of the inning for the Red Sox. A 30-pitch inning so far for Padilla. Lowell grounds it towards Kinsler at second base. He'll go to first with it and end the inning. The Red Sox get 2 runs back. We played 3 from Fenway. It's 4-2 Rangers. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit them at bidmc.org. It was our pleasure to have with us the president and CEO of Beth Israel, Paul Levy. Great to see you, Paul.
Thank you, Don. Nice to be here.
Thanks for coming up.
Pleasure.
Well, it is a special day here and one of the best pregame ceremonies of the year here at Fenway Park. Of course, the Scholars Program, and I know you're proud to be a part of it.
We love it. It's a great program helping these kids. You know, it gives them a $10,000 scholarship when they graduate high school and go to college. We pick them when they're in 5th grade. They go through an essay contest and interviews. Hundreds of kids apply, and we pick 25.
Wow. You get to really know these kids, I would imagine, during the process.
We do. You know, the first class that we have is going to graduate next year. So that ceremony is we're going to have the kids out here in their gowns, getting ready for college.
What's impressive is that sign. You know, to be up on that wall with all of that, really.
It's really nice. It's a sign of the commitment of both our place and the Red Sox to this program. You know, when we became the official hospital of the Red Sox, we talked to the owners and the management team about creating this program to give something back to the community, and we're really happy to be part of it. It's a wonderful, wonderful program.
A 22-minute wait for Daisuke Matsuzaka as Teagarden strikes out to begin the inning. Paul, you were part of the pregame ceremony that we mentioned earlier. You get to throw the first pitch, too.
I did with a couple of the kids. I think they did a better job than I did. I was working on my cutter, but I haven't been able to get it. But the little boy Benjamin right next to me, here you see him. Oh, he was awesome, and Melissa too. The two kids were great. I got to take lessons from them. These are wonderful children. They're academically excellent, and this gives them just that little boost. So when they get to college, they can go on to greater things.
This one has popped up and fouled ground. Veritek won't get it. You know, you look at some of the pregame ceremonies we've seen in the past, and the players really get into this one as well.
They love it. As the players come through, I thank each one of them for doing it, and they say, "What do you mean? Don't thank me for this. I love this." They want these kids to do well too. It's really sweet. So we run events for them at the hospital. We do shadowing days. We teach them about stuff like that goes on in the hospital, because careers in the health sciences and medicine are important in the economy, and maybe some of these kids will end up being doctors or nurses or whatever. We'll see.
This one fouled off. I was going to ask you about Shadow Day. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we one year we took them through the emergency department and we made casts. We showed them how a cast is made by putting it on them. And so you had 10 kids walking out with what looked like broken arms, but they were not. We took them off before they hardened fully, and they have a ball with it. They're fascinated about that kind of thing.
This one chopped right side. Ranging is Pedroia. Sets himself and throws out Vizquel. There's 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
You could be up here for history, a 1-2-3 inning.
Oh my gosh!
Seriously,
an historical event. Taisuke Matsuzako, the 1-2-3 inning. Tell us a little bit about your volunteers too. I know there's 25 of them that are involved in the program. How do you go about selecting?
Well, we just send out a note to the staff saying who wants to do it, and then we fight them off. And because a lot of the people want to do it, nurses, doctors, other people in the hospital, and they come to this ceremony, and then many of them participate in the Shadow Days or other mentoring projects with the children, and they really enjoy it too. They know that this gives these kids just a little extra chance. They live in not always great areas in terms of economic conditions and so on. They're very talented children, and I think everybody knows if you just give them a little edge, a little extra incentive, it can make the difference as they go through middle school and high school.
Fly ball to center field, struck well. Ellsbury on the run, going back to make the catch of the triangle. Jacoby Ellsbury with the catch of the year. My goodness, back by the 420 marker, full extension.
You won't see a better catch all year.
Paul Levy, we thank you so very much for coming up and all you do for the program.
Thank you very much.
Will not see a better play than this all year. He lunges for this ball with a wall right behind him. This is a frightening play. Full blast in the dirt, almost 410 feet away, full extension. Hits the dirt. Beautiful play.
AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered.
I mean, he was on his horse after that ball. It looks easy when you see a guy that runs so well, but not too many guys could have got to that ball.
Yeah, from where he started and where he ended up, it still took full extension to reel it in.
At the last second, he just lunged at it.
David Ortiz flied out to left field, first time up. 0 for 1 today as the bats to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. Red Sox with only 2 hits, being out hit by Texas 7-2. And Ortiz waves at that pitch, 1-2.
Ortiz looking fastball right there. Got a nice pitch from Padilla. Took something off.
Turns on this and grounds it foul. We thank Paul Levy for stopping by, the president, CEO. Beth Israel, and it is truly a great program, the educational cornerstone of the Red Sox Foundation. And they've had a great partnership over the years. Each of the 25 scholars receive a $10,000 college scholarship. As Ortiz strikes out to open up the bottom of the fourth. Doesn't like it. Send it down to Heidi Watney. Heidi?
Well, Don, you can add that amazing diving catch in the top half of the fourth to Jacoby Ellsbury's defensive highlight reel here at Fenway Park. The Sox center fielder plays lights out on offense and defense here in the friendly confines.
It took me a little while, but, you know, I think I'm a person that adjusts quickly, can get familiar very quickly, and, you know, it's just, you know, I've been fortunate to play in a, you know, great city as Boston.
Ellsbury has not committed an error in his entire major league career, 227 games. It's the longest errorless streak by an outfielder in Sox history. Don?
All right, Heidi, thank you very much. This one is chopped up the middle by Varitek. May have gotten the glove of Padilla, but it is Kinsler who throws out Varitek for the second out of the inning. Heck, we talked about playing center field here at Fenway Park. It is different. You got the triangle situation out there in right center field, and it's 420 out there. It's a good distance.
You know, it's dangerous out there. You see that wall is to your left or to your right, depending on where you're looking in, but and you got to cover that triangle. I mean, that's a long, you know, that's a lot of room to have to cover right there. And you got to be thinking about the wall when you're running as fast as you can. It's deceiving because this guy can go get him. And he makes that play. Not that it looked easy. It was a great play, but I don't think a lot of guys could have gotten that ball. Not too many. And this could be highlight film his whole career here in Fenway Park. You just hope he doesn't get hurt slamming into the wall, because there's nothing like this. You try to get to a ball off the scoreboard right there, and I've seen so many guys, you know, like Freddie Lynn comes to mind. You know, he'd slam to that wall and sort of just melt after he hit the wall. You know, you get aggressive all you want, but you got to be careful because that wall comes so quickly. They've got padding there, but the scoreboard, there's no padding.
Got some bolts hanging out there on the scoreboard too.
Get hung up on one of those bolts like a.
Kotze to right. This is hit well towards the corner. Cruz going back, and it's going to ride right out of here. Mark Kotze's first home run of 2009 brings the Red Sox within a run.
Boy, he's had some success off Padilla earlier on. This is his second home run off of Padilla, hitting over 350. If you get something off speed, and he knows what to do with this. No, fastball cuts a little bit. Inner half, he crushes this ball. Hits it to the farthest part of the ballpark down the line, over the 380 sign. He's feeling good about himself today. 2 hits, home run.
Now it is popped up by Nick Green. Back at first, out goes Kinsler. Cruz coming in, and it's Kinsler who makes the catch that ends the inning. A solo shot for Kotze. It's a 4-3 Texas lead. Red Sox and the Red Sox on Nesson during the 2009 Red Sox season. Hess and Hess Express will donate $500 to the Pediatric Trauma Program at Children's Hospital Boston for every home run hit by the Red Sox. Hess committed to helping the cause. 66 home runs, 33,000. Now thanks to Mark Kotze's most recent home run. His first start since coming back, and this is why the Red Sox brought Mark Kotze back, and here he is coming off the bench to do this.
What's great about it is the fact that he did it right away. You know, get a couple of hits, feels like he's part of the team right away. And what do you have, 33 at bats in the minor leagues? Well, he looks like his stroke is there. Hits the ball to left field, then pulls a ball home run to right field.
Did not have one last year with the Red Sox. His first in a Red Sox uniform, first of 2009. And the Red Sox back within a run. It's 4-3 Texas as Michael Young is 2 for 2 today against Daisuke. A home run in the first, a single in the third. And he has scored twice today. It looked like for a moment in the third inning when Daisuke started to run into trouble that we may see Justin Masterson.
Well, first of all, there's a complete game yesterday. They have an off day tomorrow. So you think they'd go to the bullpen. Then some guys are going to need some work today. But he was going to go to him early if he had any more trouble in that third inning.
But then we witnessed an historic occasion, as you call it.
1, 2, 3.
Daisuke Matsuzaka had a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. It took a little help and the play of the year maybe out there in center field. But he got it done in a result-based business. The result was good. He's got a tough inning this inning, though. Michael Young, Hank Blaylock, Nelson Cruz. And he's ready with the 2-2. Strike 3 call. Over the outside corner, Daisuke gets his 7th strikeout. And there's 1 out in the 5th.
It's nice pitching right there. Came inside on a fastball to pitch before this, and he paints him on a breaking ball right there. Michael Young knows it.
So 1 down. Hank Blaylock is 0 for 2. Struck out in the first inning. Flied out to left in the third. We're talking about where to play out there in center field. We were also discussing Carl Everett a little bit earlier. And he used to say that it always was tough for him here at Fenway Park because he didn't know where to stand. The triangle kind of messed him up. You know, you think about the other places around the majors, and as far as where the wall is, it's symmetrical. Well, here you're trying to figure out where you should be if you take into account the triangle and the 420 marker back there.
Yeah, you'd be tempted to want to scoot over because there's so much room in right center field. Because if it hits a wall, it hits a wall. Right. So yeah. Why not move over to right center a little bit more?
And even that is tricky here because you're at an angle, and the ricochet, sometimes it's easier for the center fielder to play it than the left fielder if you're going back to left center. Just the angle that it comes off of.
Well, you always have to back up, that's for sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to do in center field playing here. The left fielder goes back to the wall, you got to be there.
This breaking ball gets away for ball 2, 2-2. But to me, that's one of the things that makes Fenway Park so great. All the angles, the fact that it is truly not symmetrical, and you got the nooks and crannies all the way around. Ball 3, full count. And then you think of the new ballparks trying to grab and capture everything that this place has already got.
You see the ladder right there.
You know, why is that there?
I don't know.
I mean, I understood it before they call up there to get the balls out of the netting, but
did they just leave it there?
Yes.
Because it looks good?
Yeah, it comes to an end there above the scoreboard. You can't even use it. It's down the third base line, and Jason Bay won't have a play, but it's a foul ball, fortunately, for the Red Sox.
Well, I thought this ball was foul easy. Jason sort of gliding over there, not really sure. The wind's got this thing. Oh, that ball looked fair.
Oh, it sure did. And it went off his glove.
Did it not? It hits his, no, it didn't hit his glove. That ball's fair. They missed that. They missed that.
Wow.
How could you miss that? Because of the shadow?
Yes, probably the reason.
They missed this. I cannot believe they missed this. That ball is fair. It's like I can't believe they missed that.
It works out for Boston. Blaylock strikes out back-to-back Ks for Daisuke. He's got 8 now. Starting to settle in.
We see him gliding over this ball. The wind sort of has this, and he sort of reaches out. I don't even know if he nicked it or not, but that ball landed fair. And they missed it. Meanwhile, back to Blaylock. He swings at this high cutter outside corner. Never has plate the whole way. 8th punch out. He has yet to walk a batter today, which is a plus. Pitch count not horrible at 82, 83.
No, all of a sudden it's kind of reasonable based on
that last inning helped. That last inning helped a lot. You got to have a 1-2-3 inning to get deep into a game.
He's retired 7 batters in a row. Cruz pops it up, foul back and below us.
But no walks up to this point.
Fly ball out towards center field. Ellsbury going back, still going into the triangle. He has no chance to get this one. It's off the wall, and the ricochet is nasty as Cruz heads for third base and will get there standing with a triple. It's that garage door out there and kicks off strangely. And it's a 2-out triple for Nelson Cruz.
Nelson Cruz absolutely crushes this ball. Gets it in. There's a little jet stream up there. You don't see the flag moving too much. But Ellsbury has no chance of this. He pulls up. This ball goes halfway off the wall, off the garage out there, and caroms off a couple of times. Turns this into a triple. Lucky it's not a home run, really. He hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Would have been his 17th home run, but he'll take a triple.
So 2 down, Cruz at third, and David Murphy, who has singled and doubled, knocked in 2 runs. As he takes ball 1. There's a strike, a ball, and a strike. The triple by Cruz breaks up a string of 7 in a row retired by Daisuke Matsuzaka. Another strike, and it's 1-2.
Staying away from Murphy right here, see if he's going to try to come in at any time. He does.
And 94. Daisuke's longest outing is 5 1/3. His first outing was a loss against Tampa Bay. Just a 1-inning effort at Oakland before going on the DL, and this marks his 4th appearance since coming off the disabled list, and 3 straight outings of 5-inning performances. 2-2 to Murphy.
He's doing a lot more strikes today. I mean, he got behind a few guys, but didn't lose anybody. He's hit the ball solid off him several times. But the 8 Ks tells you something. The stuff is there. And this team loves to punch out.
If he stays alive, 2-2. Yeah, you wonder how that would work out. A team that is aggressive, you would say. They strike out a lot. How it would match up against Daisuke's stuff. And we've seen in the past the teams that are the most patient with Daisuke do the best. They drive that pitch count up. Walk some people. Yeah. Exactly.
The Yankees, you get teams that are patient. He's going to have a hard time with.
In the dirt, kicks off Veritek. Here comes Cruz, and he will score. Throw got away as Cruz gets in, and the Rangers have a 5-3 lead.
You caught up with Daisuke right there with a guy on third base. You can't afford to throw nastiness in the dirt. You're counting on your catcher to block this ball, but there's no telling how that ball is going to bounce off. Varitek does not have a shot at the plate like the other night. We saw the other night where they had a ball go back to the screen and they threw him out at the plate. There's no carom coming back this time.
Yeah, Daniel Bard covering the plate last time on a ricochet off the backstop. Well, Murphy grounds one back up the middle, and by the dive of Pedroia into center. It's a 2-out base hit for David Murphy. And action again in the Red Sox pen. Masterson again.
Almost spoke too soon about this outing. Cruz hits a ball off the wall, and you see a wild pitch and a base hit by Murphy. Anything happens after this, it turns into kind of an ugly outing from a decent outing.
Marlon Byrd takes strike one. It's singled in the second inning. He grounded out to short in the third. 1 for 2. Little pop-up right side. Pedroia to the outfield grass to make the catch that ends the inning. Rangers get a run and take a 5-3 lead. There's one thing you can count on. Your family's future is safe with SBLI of Massachusetts. SBLI, the life insurance company, rated A+ by AM Best for superior financial strength. Get your free quote today. What a game pitch last night for John Lester, the complete game 2-hitter. As the Red Sox trying to win this series against the Rangers. But right now it's Texas on top 5-3 as we play along to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's the top of the Red Sox order to face Vicente Padilla. Pedroia, Ellsbury, and Youkilis. 70 pitches for Padilla through the first 4 innings. Pedroia has flied to right and walked.
Padilla's been in and out of the strike zone all day. 53% of his pitches are strikes. That's like 50-50. To me, it's like you don't know what he's going to throw a strike or not.
Red Sox got to him for 2 runs in the 3rd inning. And a solo home run by Mark Kotze in the 4th. Back to Padilla on the backhand. Throws out Pedroia for the first out of the inning.
To me, that's Padilla's bread and butter. That fastball outside corner that he runs back over.
He's 31 years of age from Nicaragua. He's signed through the end of this year. And originally came over from the Philadelphia Phillies to the Rangers, his 4th season in Texas. Prior to that, had spent a total of 7 years in Philadelphia. Started his major league career with the Arizona Diamondbacks. And went from Arizona to Philadelphia in a deal that involved Curt Schilling. The trade deadline back in 2000. Schilling going from Philadelphia to Arizona. 1 out for Jacoby Ellsbury, who takes strike 1.
Well, he's got a good fastball. You know that. He's been around 93 to 96. In and out. Not real good command. Sometimes it works out that way. You get away with walking guys. Walked 4 guys. 3 in 1 inning. The air cost him more than the walks, but if he hadn't walked anybody, the air wouldn't have cost him.
On the ground to first base, Chris Davis handles out number 2. Well, Tuesday night at 6, live from Yawkey Way, it's Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe's Red Sox Game Day Live with TC, Jim, Heidi, Eck, and me. You get a preview of the first place Red Sox taking on the second place Yankees. The pitching matchup pits former teammates of Josh Beckett and A.J. Burnett. Plus a look at how Jason Bay has absolutely abused the Yankees pitching this season. He's hitting .556 with 3 homers in 5 games. It's all coming up Tuesday at 6, live from Yawkey Way.
Red Sox missed Chamberlain in this series, I believe. My interest was in, last time they played in New York was the game that Chamberlain hit Jason Bay in the back after the 3-run home run in the first inning.
You are correct about the missing of Joba Chamberlain in this series. It'll be Burnett matched up against Beckett. Wakefield against Chin-Ming Wong, who's really scuffling. He's back now. Brad Penny matched up against C.C. Sabathia in the final game of the series.
I thought what they did moving Hughes to the bullpen was not such a bad thing, because if you see the way Hughes throws the ball, you talk about Joba going back to the bullpen because he's so nasty for 1 or 2 innings. If you see the kind of stuff that Hughes throws, he's got good gas, real tight breaking ball, kind of a strikeout guy. It's not a bad idea to flip him out there until Brian Bruni gets back. He's been on the DL for them. He's their big setup guy. So it's really not a bad move for them. And even Hughes said, I'd rather be in the big leagues. I don't blame him. Just don't send me out. You can take me out of the rotation, but don't send me out of here. So we'll see how that works out for the Yankees, because the difference in clubs, I truly believe, and I think a lot of people agree with me, is the bullpens. The Red Sox have a much better bullpen than the Yankees, but that all remains to be seen. Just a very interesting series coming up.
Yeah, you looked at that Yankees team when we were there together at the new Yankee Stadium, and you kind of look at that team and you think the bullpen could be a problem. As this one is too short. Vizquel, low throw, dug out by Davis to get Youkilis, and to end the 5th. Red Sox down in order, 5-3 Texas. Ellsbury comes out of the game. Rocco Baldelli goes into right field. Mark Kotze moves from right to center. And we were talking about that play for Jacoby Ellsbury earlier, and he may have hurt himself on the play. The great diving catch. See the way that he lands, fully extended.
I don't know if it's his right elbow, his left elbow or his shoulder. One or the other, but the delayed reaction to come out of the game a couple innings later after an at-bat. Yeah,
it's showing him.
Yeah, he can't lift his arm up sort of past his head. It's got to be the shoulder, right? Yeah.
Trainer pointing to the shoulder there.
Right shoulder. There you go. He did take an at-bat last inning.
He did. He stayed in the game for another inning defensively and did bat for himself as he grounded out in the 5th. So change here for the Red Sox. You got Kotze in center now, Baldelli in right. It's the top of the 6th inning. Chris Davis is 0 for 2. He is flied to left and struck out swinging.
See Veritek lunging after that ball. It'd be hard to catch Daisuke. Set up, not really sure what you're going to get.
Well, here he is again in the 6th inning. Close to 100 pitches as he deals with his first batter of the 6th. Big swing and a miss for Davis. Daisuke has given up 5 runs on 9 hits. It's been a pretty big strikeout day for him. 8 strikeouts through 5 innings. On the ground right side, Pedroia to his right. And there's one away in the 6th. It's time for a game break. And Tom Caron, TC. All right, CC, thanks very much. 5-3 here, Texas on top. And mentioned that Jacoby Ellsbury has come out of this game. Kotze in center, Baldelli in right. They may have done a rock, paper, scissors to figure out who is going where. We get this in between innings. And it looks like a win for Rocco, so he ends up in right field. You go to Kotze, you go to center field. You can range around.
What's the preference there?
Well, you got to figure for Rocco, I would imagine, you know, he has played a lot lately. We've talked about him not being able to go back-to-back days. And Kotze in center field, I would think, would have the better speed at this point. Out to right field, Baldelli battling the sun. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out, 2 down. But I mean, Rocco has played enough center field in his career also.
I just wonder what player would want to play what. I mean, who wants to play center field? Would that be the prime place to play? Is it easier to play center than it is to right, especially in this ballpark?
There's 2 down here in the 6th inning, and Omar Vizquel is coming up. Vizquel with a single in the 2nd. He grounded out to second base in the 4th inning.
He's closing in on that record, isn't he? From Luis Aparicio record. Most hits by a Venezuelan. Like over 2,600 hits.
He's 3 shy of the all-time record.
Got one today. He's 2 shy.
One shy. Up the middle and by the dive of Pedroia into center. A 2-out base hit and his 2nd hit of the day.
42 years old. Quite a career he's had. We talked about him the other night when they came to town. You think of Ozzie Smith when you think of Omar Vizquel. 11 Golden Gloves. Said over 2,600 hits. It's quite a career. Hall of Famer, I think.
Well, the longest outing of the year for Daisuke Matsuzaka. It's 5 2/3, and Terry Francona will take the baseball. Texas on top 5-3. You can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv. The ultimate baseball experience featuring 100 out-of-market games per week. Live on your computer, and catch those you missed on demand. For more details, visit RedSox.com, where baseball is always on. It's 5-3. Texas on top of Boston with 2 outs here in the top half of the 6th inning. As this call to the bullpen is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. Daisuke Matsuzaka, season-long 5 2/3 innings today, giving up 10 hits and so far 5 runs. Masterson takes over in his 15th game, a 2-2 record, a 4.20 ERA. The opponent hitting at .287 against Masterson. He's not pitched since Thursday at Detroit and went just 2/3 of an inning against the Tigers. So it comes on here with 2 outs and Omar Vizquel at first base in the 6th inning. Ian Kinsler is the batter. We've gotten the word on Jacoby Ellsbury. It is a right shoulder strain, as he has to leave the game today after the diving catch out in center field. Waited an inning to depart. And listed as day-to-day.
You just don't want that to linger on over the next couple of weeks. And the price you pay to go after a ball like that and full extension, diving all over the joint.
Red Sox short, of course, with J.D. Drew also banged up last 2 days. Sore shoulder. Kinsler down 0-2. It's such a tough pitch, it appears, for right-handed hitters.
Oh, this is like, they got no chance, really. I feel sorry for right-handed hitters. Look at this. Flailing at it a little bit. Just don't know if it's going to be a strike or not. Then you go a little farther outside. It's just, it's hard to adjust, know the speed, how it's, even when it's flat, it's tough.
Vertek tried to bring it back to the corner.
That angle right there, and he just saw a breaking ball down and away, and now he gets a fastball paint on the outside corner. Some days the umpire will ring you up on that.
There goes Vizquel at first as Kinsler lines one down the left field line to the corner. Vizquel motoring to third base, and they're going to try and score him from short left. Green's throw to the plate is in time. They got him. 42-year-old Omar Vizquel trying to score from first base is gunned down. Nick Green gets him on the cutoff, and it remains a 2-run deficit for the Red Sox. 5-3 Texas.
The scale, but you see the cutoff right here to Green, and Green makes a perfect throw to Vertek, blocking the plate, tagging out Vizquel. You can't blame them for sending him, but it's a perfect play. He kind of deked him, waited a long time, blocked the plate. It's the block is what that play is all about.
See if he got in or not. Watch that right hand. May have, tough time. Might have had him right there.
Thought he got that hand in a little bit, but he blocked the play. That made the whole play, because if he doesn't, he's safe. Good throw by Green.
Well, it remains a 5-3 game. Texas on top as Jason Bay, Mike Lowell, David Ortiz. And Bay hits one to Kinsler, who was playing deeply at second base, was already astride on the outfield grass, and ducked back another step to make the catch. Where can you score the best Red Sox gear in town? Check out BostonGlobeStore.com. The Boston Globe Store has everything for the diehard fan: autographed memorabilia, Red Sox photos, souvenirs, and more. Shop online, shop anytime. Shop BostonGlobeStore.com. One out in the 6th inning. Mike Lowell is 0 for 2 today. He is struck out swinging and grounded out to second base. Chops one left side. Young on the run, off balance, with a good throw to get Lowell in plenty of time. 2 down.
Well, Texas have shown a little leather this series. Not necessarily Kinsler this game, but Michael Young, having moved over to third base, made a couple nice plays in this series.
Red Sox chairman Tom Werner taking in the game. John Henry as well. And right now the Red Sox trying to get some runs, down by 2. David Ortiz takes ball 1. Ortiz today is flied out to left and struck out looking, 0 for 2. You keep kind of hoping that a good game by Ortiz, you'll see
another one.
Put together a couple.
You know, 3 for 4 one game, 2 for 4, 3 for 4, easier said than done. Got to get over that 200 level is what you have to do, and go from there.
Hideki Okajima now up for Boston. 5 2/3 from Daisuke Matsuzaka. Third so far from Masterson. Ortiz chops it foul. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Boston Red Sox. Two outs, base is empty. And Ortiz threw the shift into right center for a base hit. By the dive of Omar Vizquel, the shortstop, who was lined up on the right side of the infield. And Ortiz has his first hit of the day.
All you can do is try to hit it as hard as you can. He gets a breaking ball down and in right here. Little spinner. Hits this ball solid. Some days this ball is caught. Some days it's not. But that ball is firmly hit up the middle right there. Even without a shift, that would be a base hit. He needs all the hits he can get.
So 2 down, Ortiz at first base, and Jason Varitek coming up. Varitek walked and scored in the 3rd. He grounded out to second base in the 4th inning. Takes the breaking ball for a strike over the inside corner.
Wow, we haven't seen too many of those. It was a looping breaking ball, big one.
Fouls it off, and it's 0-2. It's time now for the Coors Light freeze cam. And Jason Varitek did a great job of blocking the plate as Omar Vizquel tried to score last inning, and effectively blocking Vizquel. Coors Light freeze cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
You see that replay. Green got rid of it, is what he did. Made the whole play along with the block at the plate.
Varitek down 0-2. And taken off is Ortiz for second. They notice and they get him. Where is he going?
What is that?
He is out to end things here in the 6th. Red Sox run themselves out of an inning. It's 5-3 Texas. Charitable organizations in the Duncan dugout, a special seating section at Fenway Park. Thousands of children have had the chance to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to defer to you on this one, but where is David Ortiz going?
I have no idea. This is a new strategy he's got working. He just sort of had to be thinking about it before, and he just didn't come up with this the second it happened. But
Michael Young leads it off against Masterson. It's ball 1, and here's the play that ended last inning.
He got an idea. He said, I'm going to take off. And if it does, I tell you what, it works if he never looked at him. You're hoping for a lot right there, because if it happens like it did, it's embarrassing.
So he's hoping for the surprise attack there, really, that he can get away with it. But
he got a rush. He was sitting over there and said, the first baseman's playing back. Maybe I could get a little lead here and I could steal this base. It didn't work. He's never done that before, has he?
Well, it's his second stolen base attempt on the year.
I don't think he'll do it again.
He was caught the first time, and not sure what the circumstance was the first time, but
straight steal. Maybe he thought he can. Well, he knows he can't fly.
Masterson behind 3-1. There's strike 2, full count. On the ground, Masterson comes off the mound to play it. Nicely done. One hung up long enough for him as he finishes to the first base side. Had to duck back to grab that. And he throws out Michael Young.
See a little 3-2 breaking ball by Masterson. Just enough to throw Michael Young off a little bit right here. He just drives the ball down into the ground. He's lucky that ball didn't hit the plate and bounce over his head. Makes for an easy play.
Well, Terry Francona at the mound to make the change as Masterson gives him 2/3 of an inning. It's 5-3 Texas. Okajima on his way in. With TC, Tony Maserati, and Heidi. You'll get Terry Francona's live press conference after this series finale, and Jim will break down Daisuke Matsuzaka's performance, plus all the reaction from the Red Sox clubhouse in our KFC Clubhouse Uncut segment. It's all coming up right after the game with TC, Maz, and Heidi. One out here in the 7th inning, and the new pitcher for the Red Sox is Hideki Okajima. Third pitcher of the day for Boston. 26th appearance for Okajima, 2-0 record, a 2.25 ERA. Opponent batting average at 176. And he has been outstanding for the Red Sox. He's extended his scoreless inning streak to 16 1/3 innings. His last outing June 4th at Detroit. The streak began April 28th, and it is the longest on the club. Second longest active in the American League. Kyle Farnsworth for Kansas City has gone 16 2/3 without giving up a run. Hank Blaylock with one out, and the base is empty. Swings and misses.
Okajima has been as good as he ever has been. You talk about back 2 years ago when he made the All-Star team. He's thrown every bit as good as he was back then. Does pretty much anything he wants to do. He uses his fastball all over the zone. You see that curveball he started him off with.
Another strike, and it's 0-2.
He has as good a command out of anybody I've seen. He really does. He does. When he throws balls, he's trying to throw a ball. He goes 3-2 because he's trying to go 3-2.
Strike 3 call. Hank Blaylock frozen, and there's 2 down in the 7th inning. 9 strikeouts for Red Sox pitching today.
Blaylock gets frozen here. Doesn't know really what's going to come. 0-2. Gets a high fastball. Strike 3. You can't take that. A little too close.
So 2 outs here in the 7th inning. Nelson Cruz can't get the donut off the bat. There we go. He's ready to go.
It's always a problem. See him hustle back to the plate. You don't see that very often either. Huh?
Much the appreciation of Tim Timmons.
Very respectful.
2 outs here in the 7th. Base is empty. Cruz has struck out. He has doubled and tripled and scored 2 runs. Wally the Green Monster hanging out with some of his friends behind the Red Sox dugout. Well, he's done a little touch up on the eyebrows, it looks like. In the dirt, and it's 2-0. He's got some nice moss.
Where's his moss?
The orange stuff, I think, is his moss.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
right.
coming out. Tough to tell if that's his moss or his eyebrows.
I don't think he has any moss. We'll never know.
You don't see him often without the hat on. He's hiding the fact that he doesn't have much moss.
Yeah. It's green moss.
Nelson Cruz reaches out and hits one high and deep to left field. Back is Jason Bay, and it's gone. Into the monster seats and out of the yard. Nelson Cruz has doubled, he has tripled, and now homered on the day. And it gives Texas a 6-3 advantage.
What a day that Nelson Cruz has had right here. Just a matter of time before this guy was going to leave. He came in here hitting 9 home runs over the last 15 games, and he gets a high fastball here after the split finger the pitch before out of the zone. He can handle it because it's not enough gas to begin with, and he hits this ball almost out over the Green Monster, over the seats. Triple, double, dinger. He needs to get up for a base hit.
Now David Murphy takes a strike. Well, the Rangers took the first game of this series. Red Sox last night behind the pitching performance of John Lester and the good offensive attack. Win last night, but today it is Texas on top 6-3. As Murphy fouls it off and is down 0-2.
You know, you don't think about Nelson Cruz and you think about the Texas Rangers. You do this year, but now you think about Josh Hamilton being out and him being in that lineup. This lineup is legit, especially with Hamilton missing out. That's going to hurt them. We talked about it when they first got here on Friday, and they don't know about that. Is it like a hernia, or they're not really certain about how long he's going to be out?
Calling it a right abdominal strain.
Abdominal, okay.
Yep.
But they're just uncertain how long it's going to be. But Nelson Cruz, he is the real deal. Talk about it. He got 44 home runs he hit last year. 37 in the minor leagues, 7 in the big leagues. I mean, he's the real deal.
Jason Jennings and Darren O'Day up in the pen. We've seen Darren O'Day in the series. To center field off the bat of Murphy, and on the run is Mark Kotsay. A home run for Nelson Cruz. Texas on top 6-3. It's 7th inning stretch from Fenway. To his old team, a 2-run double for Murphy back in the 3rd inning as Texas had amounted a 4-0 advantage. Well, the Red Sox have displayed some great defense. Maybe the play of the year, Jacoby Ellsbury out in center field, a diving grab out there in the triangle area, and to leave the game a little bit later on with a shoulder strain. And Kotsay's out there now, but Kotsay with a home run in this game as the Red Sox at one point got back within a run after this solo shot in the 4th for Kotsay, his first home run in a Red Sox uniform. But it is the Rangers on top 6-3, as most recently in the top half of the 7th inning, Nelson Cruz with a solo home run to give the Rangers a 3-run pad as Vicente Padilla returns to the mound for the 7th inning. He had 91 pitches through the first 6 innings. Veritek, Kotsay, and Green expected here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Padilla has found his way to the 7th inning. He had trouble in the 3rd inning. where he walked 3 guys. Kinsler making an error, costing him 2 runs. Then gave up just the solo home run, as we said, to Kotze, and that's been it. Done a decent job for the most part. Mostly fastballs. Mixed in a little cutter and a little over-the-top breaking ball.
Varitek walked in the 3rd inning, grounded out in the 4th inning, and takes ball 1. Popped up, foul ground, giving chase his Teagarden, but that will get out of play. You start thinking about the end of this game, and Frank Francisco, who is their closer, we've not yet seen in this series. So he has been lights out on the season. He's got 12 saves and 12 tries.
Kind of an unknown guy, Francisco. Been around a long time.
0.46 ERA, best among Major League relief qualifiers.
Gave up 1 run. A little solo home run he gave up to Adam Kennedy, I think, with the Oakland A's a couple appearances ago.
17 2/3 scoreless without giving up a run.
Always had that live fastball, but never really got an opportunity to close up until last year, and he's made the most of it. Got 17 saves in a row, I believe, going over last year.
Varitek strikes out for the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 4th K on the day for Padilla.
Varitek gets caught looking for a fastball, and he wants it away, but he throws it in. Catches the plate, a lot of the plate. Varitek thinking about something else other than that fastball.
Kotze 2 for 2 in his return, back up the middle off the glove of Padilla. Vizquel throws on the run and in time. May have actually helped out the fact that it glanced off Padilla, changed direction. Otherwise that thing might have gone back up the middle. But it redirects to Vizquel, and there's 2 down.
This is the second time Padilla has knocked down a ball and it turned into an out. That ball had a base hit written all over it up the middle. His pitching hand, he stuck his pitching hand. Didn't hit him hard enough, but it's a little dangerous when your pitching hand gets in the way.
Ill-advised.
Anything for an out, but I don't want to ruin my pitching hand.
97 pitches today. His season high is 115. He did that against Los Angeles.
Done a nice job. He's a little wild early, first couple of innings.
Nick Green takes ball 1.
He's on that Nolan Ryan plan. So 130 pitches. I wonder how his hand feels. He might not have any feeling on that last pitch. No one else seems to be too worried.
No.
We'll see how this next throw, if it has any effect on him.
Teagarden was kind of touching his hip area to say he may have done something else.
And here they are.
And now they're coming out.
Hello.
So Ron Washington and the Texas trainer out there.
Yeah,
they are looking at his hand.
Doesn't take much. You know, the ball hits your fingers, and it really doesn't to affect you the next throw. I mean, if you bang your hand, pitching is so touchy. If you feel any kind of feeling at the end of your fingers when you throw, you can't. You don't know where it's going anymore. No feel. It doesn't take much. It's almost like I hit once in the National League, right? And I got jammed. And I went out to the mound. I didn't have any feel for the ball. no one even knew. All of a sudden I was wild saying, hello, I got jammed on my last at bat.
Don't forget.
You guys don't remember, but I got jammed big time. And it wonged me, man. My fingers were barking, and then I couldn't throw strikes.
That's something certainly the pitchers in the National League have to deal with, and the Red Sox will be dealing with very soon as part of interleague play. Red Sox are going to be going to Washington and to Atlanta. Padilla stays in. He is behind Nick Green here, 1-0.
Maybe it just took a little time to get the feeling back.
Green has flied out and popped out, and this time sends one to center. Marlon Byrd coming in. Makes the catch that ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3 seventh. We played 7 at 6-3 Texas. Be a part of the show. Visit NESN.com now to submit your questions to the NESN.com inbox. TC and Tony Maserati will answer your questions, plus highlights from the American League East and a preview of the next series here at Fenway. The Yankees are coming on Tuesday night. It's all coming up right after the game on NESN. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. As Ramon Ramirez comes into the game, earned run average in the AL. He is fifth. We talked about Frank Francisco earlier, leading the league with a 0.46 ERA. Manny Del Carmen also in the top 5. So it is Ramon Ramirez here to pitch the 8th inning. Mentioned earlier, of course, the Red Sox didn't need any relievers last night. Tomorrow is an off day, so Ray Francona kind of unloading the pen and getting some work today.
I love to watch Ramirez. He sort of attacks the hitters, not like most of the guys in the bullpen attack the hitters, but I like the way he does it. Hard breaking ball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball, a little split finger he throws it fairly hard, goes straight down. Look at that. That is so tough on a right hand, on any hitter right here. You see this ball go down so hard, and he throws it so hard. I mean, they think it's a fastball and they can't hold up.
Byrd strikes out and does not look good doing it against Ramon Ramirez.
It says a lot. You throw the same pitch 3 times and he just can't make an adjustment, so he cannot pick it up. This ball right out of his hand. He's swinging. He sees fastball and it's gone.
One out for Chris Davis, who is 0 for 3. He's flied out to left, struck out swinging, grounded out to second base.
Just stay out of that zone, down and in to Davis right here, and he'll swing through it. You make a mistake down and in with him, he might hit this ball 500 feet.
Davis has flied out to left, struck out, grounded out. Chops it foul.
I would stay belt high with this guy.
Ramirez, the fourth pitcher of the day for the Red Sox. Dice came out. Suzaka went 5 2/3. See Justin Masterson, Hideki Okajima, now Ramon Ramirez. Davis hits a soft ground ball to first base. Youkilis will flip to the covering pitcher, Ramon Ramirez, and there's 2 down. Introducing the new $5 Red Sox instant game from the Mass State Lottery. You can win Red Sox seasons tickets for life and up to $1 million instantly. Get yours today. For details, visit masslottery.com. Two outs here in the 8th inning, and Taylor Teagarden coming up. Fly ball to right field. Baldelli coming in, and Rocco's there to make the catch. A 1-2-3-8 for Ramirez. A 6-3 Texas lead. If you're away from your TV, are located outside our broadcast territory, or just want to get a little extra insight beyond the balls and strikes, find the live blog now at NESN.com. Let's see, bottom of the 8th inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox down by 3 runs. There are some ominous looking clouds off to our left that are starting to make their way over here to Fenway Park.
Worrisome.
We're going to keep them over there as long as we can.
It's getting a little chillier, too.
Yes. Breeze has picked up. Kind of a swirling wind. The new pitcher for the Texas Rangers is Darren O'Day. After 99 pitches and 7 innings from Vicente Padilla, O'Day appears in his 17th game of the year. 2-0 record, 1.29 ERA, and the opponent hitting at just 174 against O'Day.
Little submariner, you'll see. Reminds us of Chad Bradford we had a few years back with the Red Sox. Doesn't touch his knuckles to the ground, but almost. Tough on right-handed hitters. Feature a little sinker and then sweep a breaking ball all the way across the zone.
Well, Dustin Pedroia today has flied out to right. He's walked and grounded out to the mound. Vicente Padilla goes 7 innings, giving up 3 runs, 4 hits, walked 4, struck out 4. As Pedroia hits one on the ground to short Omar Vizquel for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Batting for the first time today will be Rocco Baldelli, as he came into the game with Jacoby Ellsbury leaving with a strained shoulder. The Yankees are coming Tuesday through Thursday. Coverage beginning at 6 p.m.
O'Day came out a couple nights ago, faced the Red Sox, had some control trouble. Today he looks like he's throwing strikes.
There's strike 2, 1 and 2. The Red Sox pen is busy. Papelbon warming.
He's got to get an inning of work with an off day tomorrow.
Strike 3 call. Baldelli is gone on a pitch that was on the outside corner, according to Tim Timmons. Baldelli doesn't think so, and there's 2 down in the 8th.
I'm playing Baldelli right there. It's an unhittable pitch. The Amica Pitch Zone is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Get the right auto and home coverage at AmicaCoverage.com. And you see this 0-2 pitch, or excuse me, 1-2 pitch. Little slider, outside corner, unhittable because it's outside. Baldelli doesn't like it. He's got good reason not to.
Youkilis on a check swing foul. Youkilis doubled in the first, walked in the third, grounded out in the 5th.
O'Day keeping the ball down. Slider, sinker, everything's down.
Down the right field line, Nelson Cruz has a play and can't make it. Foul ball. Just kept drifting away. It looked like the wind pushed that as well. Where he started, where he ended up.
Well, he had a beat on that ball too, all the way. Get hurt down the line right there too. He thinks he's got it easy, and all of a sudden the ball just drifted all the way in the stands, hit the top of the rail there. It's like an easy out all the way. No foul territory again. That's an out. I've got to have that.
The Blues just kept pushing away from where he started, where he ended up, and where he kind of started cruising over there. 1-2 the count to Youkilis, who gets another chance, but strikes out. An impressive 8th inning for O'Day. A 6-3 Texas Rangers lead. Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. Toyota's official website for deals via Toyota.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Ninth inning back at Fenway Park as Jonathan Papelbon takes over for the Red Sox, their 5th pitcher of the day. Trying to get some work here. Red Sox trailing by 3 runs. 24th appearance for Papelbon. It's 2.25 earned run average. And the opponent hitting at 245. It's 9-1-2 for the Rangers in the 9th as they try to pad their lead. There is action behind him, maybe just getting some work. Daniel Bard. Zipperty trying to get some work today. Red Sox are off tomorrow.
Well, you want to make sure you get out there. You can't go more than 3 days without getting some work. So Papelbon's got to go out there and get an inning before the Yankees come to town.
Okay, I'm curious what the deal is with Frank Francisco right now, as he is not up again. It is C.J. Wilson who is up.
Well, nobody told us anything.
Not the first time that's happened.
Right. I mean, I was shaking my, I thought he was going to come in Friday night. There was a save out there. Maybe it doesn't take very many pitches to get loose. Who knows? I'll tell you in a minute.
Omar Vizquel leads it off, takes ball 1.
Vizquel having a good day. 2 singles, RBI. 1 more hit to tie Luis Aparicio.
Vizquel, the oldest position player in the majors at 42. Baseball's active leader in total games, 2,702. 11 gold gloves, second ever, most ever by a shortstop. Little bloop back is second, and Pedroia with a good running catch.
Broken bat almost dunked it into center field to tie Aparicio right here. A little fastball. Breaks his bat. Almost dunked it in.
So 1 out in the 9th inning, and Ian Kinsler, the batter. Kinsler struck out back in the first, lined out, flied out, and has doubled as he takes strike 1.
Seen a lot more sliders from Papelbon than you normally see.
Would you generally experiment with your secondary stuff in these type situations?
Well, I always had to use a slider. Papelbon really doesn't. He's like a fastball pitcher that doesn't. No harm, especially with 3 runs. A 3-run lead, you might see it, but 1-run lead is when you sort of throw it in your back pocket. It's nice that he's gotten a chance to do it, though, because he can have some confidence with it.
Little slip as he knocked it down, has time to recover, and does, to get Ian Kinsler. And there's 2 outs in the 9th.
Kind of a nonchalant ground ball back to Papelbon, almost messed it up. You see him, he just sort of ground ball back to me. I got it. Meanwhile, he clanks off his glove and he panics a little bit, but he's got more than enough time to throw him out.
Michael Young bats with 2 outs as he takes strike 1. And with a home run back in the first inning, his 8th home run of the year. That was off Daisuke.
Told you a little bit of how the wind was blowing in the first inning. I mean, he hit it good, but surprisingly almost hit it over the bullpen.
Lines 1 to short this time. Nick Green on the catch. Red Sox coming up in the bottom of the 9th, trailing 6-3.
That's not such a good thing. I know Red Sox fans don't want to hear that, but it makes it exciting. And the Yankees have as good a team as they've had in a while. And the difference maybe being a bullpen, but we'll find out. This is going to be an exciting series.
Red Sox and Yankees will have all three for you right here on NESN. It all gets started on Tuesday night. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Now back to Sports Desk. For life-saving cancer research. Well, they opt not to go with Frank Francisco. You got to think something's up here as far as an injury.
Well, they didn't tell us, right?
This is true. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been talking about it for the last 2 innings.
Somebody didn't tell us anything.
But a save situation. They go with last year's closer for bid, C.J. Wilson. Makes an appearance in his 26th game of this year. Frank Francisco is 12 for 12 in save opportunities, but it's C.J. Wilson trying to finish it off. A shutout inning from Darren O'Day in the 8th. And Wilson for the 9th, Jason Bay. Walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, lined out in the 6th inning.
Wilson's got a real live arm. You see 96 miles an hour. Last year he got, he was hurt last year, but he got knocked around too last year. So they made the move late in the season to go to Francisco, and he's done the job ever since. But where is he today? We don't know.
Well, C.J. Wilson in his last outing, it came in New York against the Yankees, and he allowed the game-winning home run by Melky Cabrera in the 8th inning on Thursday night. That snapped the career-high 3-game win streak. Last time Frank Francisco pitched.
I mean, I wouldn't even be down there if I wasn't going to pitch.
Right.
Faking us out.
Francisco did get a save at New York, as there is ball 4. And Jason Bay heads down to first base to begin things in the 9th.
Got a 3-run lead. Come into a game, walk the first hitter. That's not a good thing.
I wonder what kind of lasting effects carry over from that last tough outing that he had in New York.
Well, he's just lucky it's not a 1-run ball game.
Mike Lowell 0 for 3 today. Takes strike 1.
Well, look a little up right there. Lowell's had some problems with umpires recently. You don't see it very often, but
on the ground towards second base. Kinsler is 2nd for 1 on to first, double play, and a big one for the Rangers. 2 quick outs in the 9th.
Lowell's had a hard time staying away from double play balls. You see another one right here. Makes Wilson happy.
Two outs in the 9th. David Ortiz has flied out to left, struck out, and single. And a swing and a miss at 96 and up.
Ball's pretty hot upstairs right there. You got to make him get it down a little bit. Gets it and throws it. Takes no time.
Ortiz fouling it off, and the Red Sox down to their last strike. Well, 7 innings today. You got the feeling the Red Sox are going to get to Vicente Padilla, but they didn't do it. They got to him for 3 runs, but not enough.
Had some help, the defense kicking it around out there. He saw Kinsler give him 2 runs. Daisuke was very mediocre today. Didn't walk anybody.
Combination of a Red Sox loss and a Yankees win, and New York would catapult Red Sox into first, and Ortiz strikes out to end the ball game. Red Sox lose the series to the Texas Rangers. The Rangers come into Fenway and take 2 out of 3. And as you put it, kind of a mediocre outing today for Daisuke Matsuzaka.
You know, he didn't walk anybody. We're always looking towards see how his control is, but more than anything, they hit the ball solid off of him. You know, he got into the 6th inning, but it was more